Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk. And it's a fantastic Monday, fantastic Victory Monday. Let me go ahead and bring on my co-host, Dolphin Winners. And somewhere in there, we have Paris. Are you there, Paris? Because I'm not seeing you. Paris, you there? I'm not seeing you, brother. You might have to go out and come back in, Paris. What?
That was me sending you something to secure.
There's our brother, Paris. How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Oh, my God. Wow, splendid.
Well, let's say hello to Ethan Stepp, our little brother Ethan Stepp's watching. John Featherline, Liz, a Cedric Dolphin fan. They're all here right now already. We appreciate you guys. Be sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. It's, oh my God, is there so much to talk about? So much to talk about. So much, I mean, it's crazy. You know, first things first, you know, you got to go along with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Fully agree.
But I mean, and I want to give a shout out to our other podcasts, you know, Stephen D and Clock Blockers, Myth Fins, Shake Money, and Tailgaters. But we're gonna go ahead. Why isn't there? It is. We're gonna Tail Greeters, Philadelphia Philly Fin Invasion.
Yeah, boy.
We're going to start shooting that out there. You need any information on it, just go to tailgreeters.com. You can download the app for your Crapple or your or your dumb droid.
Hey, watch your mouth, man.
Hey, they're both bad. You know, when they can't get the, you know, voice text right, you know. You know, that autocorrect. But you know, right there, the two of them, Dan Marino, Tua. And then when you look at their passing style, you know, they're identical in so many ways. It was incredible day yesterday. Whether you watched it or whether you were there, it was an incredible day. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody believed it even afterwards. I think we were all pinching ourselves, making sure we weren't dreaming. Go ahead, Paris. Paris, you got to tell your story about what you told me when you looked at your phone when you were at church.
Man, let me tell you something, Miami Dolphin family out there in the world, man. I'm still lost. I'm still lost of words. Look. I said I'm still lost of world. So you know I'm all messed up because Miami Dolphins got me. Oh my goodness! Wow. And I was not even at the game. I was not even there. And I was at church. You know, have to give God his first of all. I was at church and I was doing what God wanted me to do. So I had to slide a little bit to my phone as I was preaching and looked down and saw the score. I said, Jesus. I mean, you know, people look at me like I was just, you know, I was in the moment of the Miami Dolphins right now. But I can't believe it. I'm shocked. Right after the ministry, I immediately ran home. Normally, I stop at a restaurant, grab me something to eat, then get to the house. I did not want to stop at no place. I wanted to get to the TV and see the happening, what's going on. All I can say, I'm about to aboard the A. I'm on the board. I'm on the board. I'm taking that train.
Right here.
I'm taking that train.
That's it. All aboard the A train.
I'm coming.
Or
I know Wendell's gonna come in with me too. So
order your shirts now, or meet me at tailgating. Or watch parties. I'll have shirts.
Yes.
Don't stop, Paris. I know you're on a roll.
No. All right, then you want me to stop so I can continue talking?
Yes.
Man, listen, Dolphin fans. I was just saying about in the backstage of the studio. I thought that we was already on air. You know, I had my head off. I was rubbing my head. You know, and you know, I was sweating because the Miami Dolphins got me sweating and feeling good. I thought I was actually growing the hair on my head because I thought it was from the Miami Miracle when they beat New England. But 70 points. 70 points. I witnessed the crowd on TV saying, go for three, go for three. Yes, that each and every Miami Dolphin fan, we want them to break the record because let me tell you this, we got so many NFL teams don't like the Dolphins. So if the shoe was on the other feet, they would have tried to break their record. So I applaud Mike McDaniel, taking the knee. I respect that. But I'm with the fan base. We should have went 4-3. We should have broke. I know we broke the record of 55 back in the days, but I wanted Miami Dolphins to kick that field goal and break the record, keep it in the 1972 Dolphins, another record, past the 55 points we broke the record, and I wanted the Miami Dolphins to break that record. I don't know about y'all. I feel good.
Well, the one thing I heard about that is that it was a team decision. And that's one thing I like about Coach McDaniels. You never hear I, and even the players, you never hear I. They all talk about the team and we.
That's right.
So
that's right. If I was a part of that team, I would have raised my hand and said, Coach, break the record. And I know somebody agree with me. Hey, somebody agree with me out there.
I'm sure a lot of people agree with you.
Man, true. And then I get jealous. I get jealous of Papa Paul. You know, I'm in church. Here is Papa Paul showing me a video at the tailgate. Man, I wanted to be there.
You shouldn't have been watching while you were at church.
That's your fault. That's your fault. You got me hyped up right now. You know, look at me. I missed the Miami Miracle. Okay? I had something to do with the Miami Miracle. And that was the beautifulest thing in history. This here, Miami Dolphins scoring 70 points. You mean to tell me I missed that too? I don't feel good right now.
Straight out.
I don't feel good, man. What about you, Wendell? What you think about this?
All I'm gonna say to you, brother, I want to first thing first that we gotta send a shout out to Miss Pamela Carnes. That she sat there and streamed on Forever Dolphins, her group, the Forever Dolphins group, and she streamed on there. If it wasn't for her, I would have missed the game. And I watched it with her and about 230 other people from all over the world. So I want to shout her out right from the door. She shouted me out. Thank you for the shout out, Pam. I do appreciate it.
What's up, Jack Siegel?
All I'm gonna say is, honestly, who would have thought that? None of us would have thought any of that. I will say this, and this is the truth. This is no BS. If you guys want to look into my post, I've sat there and had this conversation with a diehard, lifelong Bronco fan, and we bowled with each other in leagues, and I consider him a good brother. And I told him, and I quote, that they were not ready for what was coming to them.
They was
And I'm sitting there saying that, yeah, we're going to beat them. We might beat them by like 21 or something like that. But nobody expected a 50-point blowout the way we did.
Right.
We executed very well on 2/3 of our team, because we do have to talk about the special teams, even though we gave up a 99-yard return. We do have to talk about the special teams. We have to keep it 100. I mentioned that the last podcast, that I do not want it coming down to our special teams. That is our weakness. That's just what it is, gentlemen. We can glamour over this 70 points. We have every right to glamour over this. We have every right to talk our trash for a week. But when it comes down to this special teams, we got to work on our special teams. We have to work on that.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Besides that, what I will say is this, because I know I got brother Ethan here, and I want to hear his take also. What I want to say is, and everybody's been saying it on Facebook, the NFL is on notice. The NFL is on notice. This was, hey, y'all on notice. And the craziest part is they ran the same 17 plays and different formations and different variations, and they still haven't shown everything yet. Stay tuned. Ethan, what you think?
Man, yesterday when we started the game, I was like, this might be a shootout, because we scored, whatever. But as the game kept going on, I looked over at my dad and I said, man, we're about to score a ton today. And, it just kept on going and kept on going. And I'm with Paris on that one. I was wanting to kick the field goal, but, I understand why they didn't. But I was like, man, how nice would it have been for us to, be the leaders of all time for us scoring in a game. But I loved it. I'm so hyped right now. Like, I talking to you yesterday, Winters. I barely slept last night. I was so hyped.
Oh, yeah. I don't think any of us hardly slept.
I was watching highlights. I watched the press conferences. I'm just so hyped.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be working on bringing a lot of that stuff up today.
Yesterday. Oh my gosh.
I told y'all from the time we drafted him.
I told my dad that too. I said, Paul's been saying it. I said,
Yes, he has. Kudos to Paul.
Yep.
Unbelievable. A-Chain is, oh my God. Amazing.
203 yards yesterday.
Yeah, but what somebody told me this morning? I was out, and somebody told me that, I don't know what y'all guys think about this. I kind of say, yeah, probably. They say A-Chain remind them of a certain running back who used to play for Detroit Lions. Who would that be?
Barry Sanders. That's still too early. It's too early to compare that. It's so too early. Because listen, man, we all know better.
People in Miami, Florida, is jumping on the train. They jumping on the train.
Look, I'll say this. That's way too soon to even compare that. I've seen Barry Sanders play in person, and I'm going to be honest with you. Barry's probably one of the best to ever do it. So
like a
let's slow the brakes for a second. The young man is elusive. He's very intelligent. You can see how intelligent he is in his running, because he was following the blockers. He seen what he could fit in, and he was gone. And the craziest part is he wasn't even at top speed. The first one, when he got to the two, he wasn't even at top speed then.
No.
21.93 was the fastest they clocked him yesterday.
That's bad.
And I tell you what's even amazing is this right here. Total yards for Dolphins yesterday, 726. Total yards for the season for the Jets is only 675.
Wow.
That's almost 1,000. What in the world?
They were putting up Madden numbers yesterday, man.
Yes.
You know who we must, Miami Dolphins fans out there, if you listening to this broadcast, y'all got to give it up to the offensive line, baby.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, 100%. 100% to the offensive line.
They hold it down. Oh,
did you see Armstead yesterday?
Yes.
And he got to rest almost a whole fourth quarter.
Yep.
Yes.
Armstead was putting guys on their ass left and right. I mean, it was just totally incredible. I want to read this real quick.
Yeah.
September 2022, Sean Payton rips Tua and says he'll be benched for Teddy Bridgewater by week 2, which is missing in here.
Oh.
September 2023, Tua goes 16 for 16, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 35 points in the first half versus Sean Payton.
Woo!
That goes to tell you and show you that some people don't know what the real league talking about.
Exactly.
I think Sean Payton will keep his mouth.
And watch it happen.
Sean Payton will keep his mouth shut.
Well, like people said earlier, karma.
Oh yeah, Sean Payton.
Karma.
Yeah.
And Tua is 10-0 facing Super Bowl champion coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Now, another thing. He's on point for reaching over 5,800 yards this year.
Oh yeah. I can see that.
Just averaging the 3 games,
Right. I can see that.
I haven't figured up Tyreek Hill's, but we know he's on point for over 2,000 yards easily.
Oh, absolutely.
That's right.
But he's still not number 1.
That's okay.
You do know who number 1 is, don't you?
Kansas City quarterback.
No. I'm talking about receivers.
Oh, the receiver. Who?
Jefferson of the Vikings.
Really?
Jefferson. Man.
Yes, he's got more yardage than Tyreek Hill right now. He's very good. Yeah, he's very good. But Kirk Cousins has more yardage than Tua right now too.
Okay, all that gonna change in a minute.
Thank you.
I'm not saying that. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, I see
Now,
that.
I think there was 13 records broke yesterday.
Yep.
Historic day today versus Denver, scored 70 points, tied second most points in NFL history regular season. 726 total yards, second most in single game in NFL history. A-Chain, Tyreek Hill, and Mostert combined for 9 total touchdowns. A-Chain, first touchdown yesterday to top it off with 4 touchdowns. And he kept all 4 balls and he's giving them to his mama.
Come on now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That is wonderful.
That's most definitely.
And there again, if you want an A-Chain shirt, just contact me through Facebook, through Messenger, through Twitter, through Instagram, any of those. You know, that's the shirt right there. So, go ahead, guys.
But you know what? You know who's sitting on the Hall of Shame, seat right now, and feel kind of embarrassed and feeling all jacked up right now? Let me tell you who's sitting on the Hall of the Shame seat, and I'm going to reach out to the nation. Shame on you, Coach Flores. You did not trust in Tua. And some of our Miami Dolphins fan base talked negativity on Tua. But Coach McDaniel came in there and saw something special and stood by him. Come on, shame on Flores. But Flores is a good coach, but I know he's sitting on the Hall of Shame seat saying, boy, did I messed up on this here.
Well, I got to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Color and Ali. They were both there at the game. And not only that, Color was wearing Tua #1 shirt or jersey the other day. And he goes, look what happens when I wear Tua jersey. But imagine what it would have been if Tua played the whole game.
Oh, man.
I got one. How about Vance Joseph? Don't board the plane. How about take a cab or get your own plane ticket home? Because there's no way I'm letting you on the team plane after an ass whooping like that.
No way.
And
I
people
can't believe
don't.
it's not gone this morning.
Hey man, I got one for you too. What about? I'm shocked. I'm still surprised. What about Mike White, the lone bomb to Chosen?
68-yard TD pass to Chosen.
Look
I'm
good.
shocked.
That looked very good. Very nice.
Pretty too.
Because let me tell you now. Look, I can be honest and be real about this whole thing. I was the one was saying Scarlett Thompson get up in there. See, look, that goes to show you we not GMs, we not none of that. Let them do what they do because I wanted Scarlett Thompson to be the second screen quarterback. For him to do what he did and got chosen out there in the open field, I'm very happy what Miami Dolphins doing right now, gentlemen.
I'll tell you what.
As Liz was saying, Papa Paul, they're saying Dolphins are taking no prisoners. We hungry for the division championship and Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Papa needs to cut his hair.
Yeah.
I'm happy about the offensive line. You know,
you didn't hear that. Did you hear what my wife just said, Winners?
What you said?
I did.
Papa needs to cut his hair. In other words, I told my wife last year at the beginning of the year, I'm not getting a haircut until the Dolphins win a Super Bowl.
there we go.
All right then. So that means that
She's trying to show my hair here. It's way out here and stuff. Yeah.
So that means that little bald spot you got is going to grow. So
the bald spot's been growing. Look, I'm holding hair up here.
I love it. 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 I love it, man. Man, it's awesome, man. It's just awesome to see, Miami Dolphin fans happy all over the world. I know Miami Dolphin fans, y'all guys talk about it 24/7 every single year. Oh, this is our year. This is our year. This is our year. But I can really go on record and say that this year, and before this season started, there's something special in the water making. It's something. And for Coach McDaniel, second year, is something special coming in the water. It's going to make every Miami Dolphin fans happy, going to run out there and represent and support the Dolphins. Just like she said, Miami Dolphins not taking no prisoners. No prisoners.
Well, I want to hear some more from you, Ethan, because I know you don't have a whole lot of time before you got to go to class or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying earlier, the offensive line. I mean, I'm so happy with them because earlier in the preseason, everybody's thinking, "Oh, the offensive line's gonna be bad. We got to protect Tua." But you know what? Chris Greer and McDaniel said that they weren't really worried about it, and we should trust them because they look good so far. And the running game looks great. A-Chain and Mostert together, I mean, that's just crazy. And then you got Ahmed coming in, the past couple games, but he was hurt this game, but he looked good too. So it's like, man, we are stacked at every position. I mean, just stacked.
That's right. Brooks looked good too.
Yeah, he did. I was glad to see he got some reps there late in the game. I was happy with that. He did look good.
Oh yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Jason Cooper already has got a room booked in Vegas.
Okay, now.
That's what I'm talking about. ESPN's loving it. I was on ESPN before the show, and they are loving us.
I know. I know. Big E's already got a room for Vegas, and Stephen D's sharing it with him.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Awesome.
You think they're going to see Usher perform? I mean, I'm just asking.
Hide your girlfriends, hide your wives.
Usher fans in there.
Hide your girlfriends, hide your wives.
Hey, it's in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Not always.
About that. I think I need to go and get my room booked too because it looks beautiful. I mean, I know us Dolphin fans want to talk too much on it. We just want this thing. We just need to take it one game
at a time. Yes, one game at a time.
Okay. And Mike McDaniel is a scientific genius, offensive guru. I mean, one game at a time. It's a possibility we will get there.
Oh yeah, it's highly possible. I mean, it's highly possible and very probable we could be 6-0 when we go to the Philly invasion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Woo, that would be a good look at Paul. look at Dolphin winners. He just rubbing he rubbing
You
his
already,
antennas.
bro. Listen, you gotta understand. I got people at my job. Oh, it's a month away, and I'm just looking at them like, you sure y'all ready?
Man,
Now, when I go to work, wait. When I go to work tomorrow, see, I was working. I was watching it on my phone, and my one coworker, I love Miss Jerry. Miss Jerry was one of the first people. She's literally the mother of the kitchen. This woman she's retired. She came back just to do a couple hours during the week, and I was telling her, I said, my friend ain't going to answer the phone, Jerry. She's like, what's the score? I said, 35-14. So I'm telling her at halftime. This is before the other 35 points we put up. I said, Jerry, they not going to answer the phone. What you mean? I said, we just scored again. She's like, you lying. I said, I'm not lying. Look. So I'm showing her. She's like, y'all scored again? I said, we scored again. Then I said, we're about to score again. They're like, you lying. I said, no, I'm serious. We're about to score again. So she's like, he ain't answering the phone. I said, no, he's not answering the phone. So I will say this. If people at my job, if you want to be a pessimist, if you don't want to talk trash, I got no problems with that. That's fine, because I'm putting all the insults, all the doubt, all the naysayers. I'm letting my team talk for me. I ain't got to say nothing. All I got to do is sit there and represent to the fullest. Like I keep telling people, this is a lifestyle. This is not, oh, we put no. This is a lifestyle, and that's why I'm just smiling ear from ear. I can't wait to walk up the street. I ain't even left my house yet. I can't wait to walk out my dog. I got my Zach Thomas on right now, and that's what I'm gonna be walking up the street in. And they're gonna be seeing me walking through the blocks, and they're gonna be like, "Oh man, yeah, all man is right. This ain't your, like somebody said, this ain't your same daddy's Dolphins. No, it is not. This is something very new, something that we ain't never seen before."
Exactly, and that's why I say that Miami Dolphins about to mess up the Las Vegas bookies, because each and every one of us was up here on the panel. I think it was Wednesday night, and
Right.
we all gave our prediction. My prediction, y'all guys already know, was 35-14. Somebody gave 40 something points to 14, and guess what? We all was wrong.
Close.
Yeah, wait, Ethan. We were close for the first half.
Yeah.
First half, close to the first half.
No one ever thought it would be something like that. Nothing.
You don't know when Miami Dolphins is going to show out. Man, we have so much of offensive power. And then we did it without Waller. I bet Waller was sitting on the side saying, oh, my God, I didn't even enter the game. I didn't make it into the game. But, oh, my, is this happening without me?
Could you imagine
wait to see Buffalo.
could you imagine what the score would have been if we did have Waddle in there?
Just like Paul said. Paul said that. Could you imagine if Tua or somebody said on the panel, Tua would have played the whole
game? Yes.
It went Wallow. Man, you looking at 90-some points, man.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Almost gotta be 100. Has to be.
It gotta be 100.
Gotta be.
Man, fans should be excited today, this morning. I mean, the whole man, we own bragging rights. Like when they say we own bragging rights this whole week.
Hey, nobody's breaking down this week. It's gonna be a good week, regardless. I don't care.
And on top of that, Dallas Cowboys lost. So I feel
Yes. That's to the Cardinals.
to
the Arizona Cardinals.
I didn't see that coming. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't see that coming.
Oh,
there were 7 underdogs that won their game yesterday. 7 underdogs won their game yesterday.
Yeah.
Now I want to hear who are you picking for to win tonight's game between Tampa and Philly.
You talking about me?
Anybody.
Let's go first.
So what I'll say is this: I've talked to some fandoms, and I've talked to some real people that love the game of football. And what they've been telling me is this: that Jalen is definitely not the same Jalen. They don't know if he's just trying to overexert, trying to make things happen where he's forcing things. He just doesn't seem like he's comfortable. What it is he's not even going through his progressions and he's just taking off. There was an argument between him and AJ Brown during the Minnesota game on Thursday night. They did say that everything was squashed, but my boy said he just doesn't seem. It just seems like he's really he was uneasy. I said, well, that Flores defense will make you do that because I remember, I told him, I said, you did go against two people, Belichick's defense, and then you went against Flores, where Flores came from, New England and Miami. So I told him, I said, you did go against two good defenses. So I said he might have messed up his progression with his reads and stuff like that. And he said, no, there was guys wide open, and he just didn't take the time out and would make things. My other point on the Tampa Bay side is Tampa Bay is playing some efficient football, and Tampa Bay has beaten them the last 2 times that they faced the Philadelphia Eagles. So this game should be a real tight one. I'm gonna go Philly with a field goal because the reason why I say that is I think Philly's still, that defense is still efficient, but if they mess around and they lose, it's on them. Because I told everybody I want the Eagles and the Dolphins both to be 6-0. So that Sunday night football game could really be the preview of the Super Bowl for this year.
Yeah, well, I agree with you, winners, but I'm taking the other side of the ball. I'm going for the upset, and the reason why I agree with you is that I'm going with Tampa Bay Buccaneers with a field goal. I think it's going to be an upset because I don't think Philadelphia. I mean, yes, Philadelphia got all their players, and they are a good team. Don't get me wrong. It's something going on, like you said, with Earth. I really think something going on with that, and they're not playing like they used to play, what they played last year. So I think Tampa Bay is going to win by a field goal. It's going to be an upset.
And I'm gonna get my prediction, then I'm gonna go to class. But I'm gonna say Philly in overtime. I'm gonna go overtime tonight.
Okay.
But thanks for having me on. I'll see you guys later. Fins up.
Peace, love, fins up, brother.
Fins up, family.
Well, I tell you what, I'm not sure who I want to win because I agree with Dolphin winners. I would love to see 6-0 against 6-0.
That would be beautiful.
But my daughter and son-in-law are Buccaneer fans, and I can't stand the Yuccaneers. So I just don't know who I want to win. I really don't want the Bucs to win, but I don't necessarily want the Eagles to win either, So that's where I'm going to leave that at that. But I want to give a shout out to Mama Maxine, who's out there watching the show.
What's up, Mama Maxine? Good to see you.
And Banana Bahana. So, yeah,
That's right.
There's so much to talk about. Now, if you haven't seen this, who's that?
That looks
Mike
like
McDaniel's in the stands.
in the stands.
But if you really think that's there's people that really think that's Mike McDaniels.
So
It was
Mike
on.
McDaniel?
That's
It's
a fan.
not. It's
And
a
why
fan.
would he be in the stands?
It's a fan that looks like Mike McDaniel.
Why
But
would
there
he
was-
be in the stands?
Well, it's
Oh, my goodness.
someone on Miss Finn's thought it was real. And I tried to tell him, and he's like, I don't know. I heard he was in the stands. Why, if that's so, why would Mike McDaniels be having a bottled water that you got to pay for?
They got me on that one.
That's a lookalike. That is a lookalike, and he looks good.
He looks real good.
56 points today, franchise record. Well, we made that previous 55 in 1977.
Yes. 19.
Well, it's not 56 anymore. It is 70.
That's right. Woo.
Wow.
That-
I mean, I got so much stuff to go over, and this is just the beginning of it. I mean, it's incredible, the stuff. I mean, Jalen Phillips went out hurt again. Connor Williams went out hurt. Connor is the groin. They didn't bring him back in, but Eichenberg filled in for him.
Eichenberg did well too. He did good.
Eichenberg did well, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Phillips, I hope he can get back on track, and I hope, it's still his oblique. I'm hoping nothing serious is going on there.
I guess who showed up yesterday that we talked about? Mr. Agba. Mr. Agba showed up yesterday.
He did.
Well, I mean, honestly, the whole freaking team showed up except for special teams, really. But
right,
that's another story. That's another story.
Yeah,
right. We can say that for Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll save that for Wednesday. Now,
right.
I want to point something out here.
Uh-huh.
Basically, for the most part, yesterday was Devon Achane's first game. He only played one play in the previous game, which was the first game.
He had two plays. He had a run and a catch in the New England game.
Well, he only had 5 yards, though.
Right.
Okay. Now, he is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With rushing yards, he is number 9 with rushing yards already.
That's beautiful, man. Wow, man.
19 carries, 208 yards, 2 TDs, 3 20-plus yards, 2 40-plus yards, and a 67-yard long.
Yo,
Six first downs. Rush first percentage, 31.6 yards. His average for the 19 yards comes out to 11.3 yards per carry.
That's awesome. Wow.
His reception just for yesterday's game was 4 receptions for 30 yards, and I think it was like 7.25 yards per carry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the kid,
he's special.
He is special. I can't say he's a Barry Sanders, but he is something. Well, winners, just like the people you were watching in the car with. What were they saying?
Dude, they was like, yo, who is that? They like even, and both my one boy's an Eagles fan, and my other boy, he's just a fan of the game. And they both looked at me. They was like, yo, who? This is when he ran that one run to the 2-yard line. And they were like, yo, he is dipping through. They say he's reading the tackles. Because they was even saying, they were like, yo, he dipped the one tackle, spun off the other, slipped through, dipped, and just followed the blocks. And they was like, who is that? And I said, that's our rookie. And they was like, that's the boy you was talking about? I said, yeah. And they were like, wow. They like, yo, man, they were just shaking their, because we was in the car just chilling, and they were like, y'all scored again? Y'all scored again? Then we was going back. You scored again? Yeah, we kept scoring. They just couldn't believe they was just looking at me like, yo. I said, listen. I said, I knew we were going to play. I knew we were going to play hard, but I didn't expect this. You know.
Well, there again, nobody expected anything like that.
Nobody.
Holy smokes!
You still got Miami Dolphin fans still surprised right now today.
Yeah, dude. I woke up this morning. When I got in my house from Locust Street, locked my house up, got upstairs, and I talked to Papa Paul for a little bit. I remember that, and I'll never forget just sitting there and going back and watching some of the analysts talk about us. And just sitting there listening to them talk. And I mean, don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I'm enjoying the victory. I'm going to soak it in all the way up until about Thursday. I'm turning the page slightly Wednesday night into Thursday, because that's what we have to do as fans, because we have a stake. You thought this week was a statement to the league. The real statement is going into Buffalo and beating their ass in their home and telling them there's a new top in the AFC East. And to really prove it is when we face the Jets and beat their ass, to really prove to everybody that we're the new beast of the AFC East.
That's going to be the
and before we really get into that, I want to go a little bit more. Right now, Tyreek Hill had 412 yards passing in 3 games. He's en route for 2,334.5 yards for the season.
But you know what? Stephen A. Smith said this morning, he said that, you know what? I told y'all through the whole social media, Tyreek Hill is a scary football player. And then I'm going to piggyback off of Stephen A. Smith. Not just Tyreek Hill, the Miami Dolphins is a scary football team.
Well, all them naysayers now they get it. All because there was naysayers last week. I can promise you some of them naysayers now looking like, oh, okay, they got my attention. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, a fan of the Miami Dolphins or not a fan of the Miami Dolphins, we got everybody's attention yesterday. And you like it, if you like it or don't like it, we are here. We are for real. This is not a flash in the pan. We are showing you that, okay, last year was like, okay, that first year trying to implement the system, and we both talked about this. I always tell people, give the coach 2 years to implement his system. This is year 2. This is the first 3 games, ladies and gentlemen. We won 2 tough games on the road, 1 in the air with a straight-out shootout against the Chargers. When we was in New England, we played a solid game that matched up against Belichick and what Belichick does against defense. I mean, against offenses. And we did it to a T. This week right here, this puts the whole league on notice. Period, point blank.
Okay, now here's another little stat. We have a player that is number 4 in tackles right now. Who do you think it is?
David Long.
Nope.
Paul, say that again, Paul.
We have a player that is number 4 with the most tackles right now. Who do you think it is?
Christian? I don't know.
Nope.
I'm guessing.
No.
So I'm wrong. Don't say the answer. Don't say it yet.
Okay.
Wait. Why don't we ask the people in the panel, whoever's watching right now,
ask the people.
if you to all the people that are watching, the 4 that's watching right now, what do you guys think the answer is?
Get on your phone and Google it right quick and let us know, because I'm wrong.
Well, right now, I think for Miss Maxine, I think Waddle will be playing in the game against Buffalo. I think they held him out this week for his own safety and stuff.
I believe that.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure Waddle will be ready. He was probably ready this weekend. They just weren't going to say it. And Bahana, no, it was not AVG Bahana. Bahana. Nope, it was not AVG. If anybody else wants to answer, we'll give you a few more minutes.
I'm waiting for. I gotta hear this because I'm
not gonna say the name yet, but they have 33 combined tackles.
Wow.
They have 10 assists, 17 solos.
Somebody said Holland.
Yes, that's it.
There you go. All right, you got it right, Banana. The second time around.
Yep. Oh, yeah, it's incredible because with everything that's going on, I mean, I'm not used to seeing Holland up there where he's been playing. And it's crazy. I mean, the whole thing has been crazy.
Yes, it has. That's been. Oh my goodness, beautiful.
Yeah, he did it correct. Holland was a steal. Did he cause? Yep. Let me put this up. Holland was a steal. Did he cause 1 or 2 fumbles yesterday? Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
That was beautiful. That was a beautiful piece. I loved it. He walked up. He was like, "Okay, boom." First time he didn't get it, but the second time,
he missed the tackle somewhat the first time.
Right.
And he says, "Well, I'm the hell with you. I'm not done with you." And he came up behind him and knocked that ball out, and bam! Oh, it was wonderful.
So did somebody get the correct answer yet? Was it?
Yeah, it was Holland.
But it was Holland, Javon Holland.
Oh, that's what's up. That guy just won a shirt. No, I'm just messing with y'all. Congratulations.
No, we're gonna do something like that Wednesday night, but it's gonna be a little bit different.
Right.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
I
used to jump right on it, but you got me on that one.
Yeah.
Man, listen,
I like the fins up.
Man. I'm let's say this. I am extremely excited because I'm so right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are watching and whoever's watching up in the upper Pennsülvania area, the Lane Cove Fan Club, you guys are watching. I'm gonna ask them about ours on next Sunday. Just let me know, Mr. Don Coons. Let me know if you guys are having a watch party up there at y'all spot. I'll take a ride up there with some of my friends' family and watch the game with you guys. So I definitely want to do that. So I'll be either somebody get in contact with them or I'll be contacting him personally and find out if they're going to have a watch party that Sunday. And I'll come up and watch the Buffalo game up there. Because I definitely got to watch that game with some Dolphins. You can't just sit there and watch that game. I don't want to watch that game alone. That's a game that I just need to be with my friend's family and watch with my friend's family. So it's about an hour and a half. It's about an hour and a half away, hour and a half, 2 hours away from me. So my brother likes to drive anyway. So we said, we'll gas it up and be on out.
That's right.
That's a full day. I'll be watching that game at 1, then going to my boy's house and watching Russell Dream, the wrestling pay-per-view that Sunday night.
Is that you're talking for the Buffalo game?
Yes, I shouted out the Lane Cove Fan Club out in Lancaster. They do a watch party out there, Trio Bar and Grill. I might try to make a ride out there. So I just shouted out Mr. Don Coons. I think the president and CEO to the club out there, and I might make that ride out there. So if they're having a watch party, I'll make that ride out there. Or the Bright House, Bright Right Brewer Company. That crew out there also. Just guys, let me know what y'all doing. I'll be gladly to sit there and take a ride out to watch with my friend's family. Because I just can't sit in the house and watch this one in the house. I just can't.
No, I understand that 100%. I'm having the watch party, and I already know we're going to have at least 15 people, if not 20, 25 people at my watch party. I've already learned that.
Nice.
And that's going to be wonderful. And I mean, people are going to be hearing us because we're going to be on the outside patio. They will hear us on the inside and probably at the restaurant across the street.
Lovely, man. That's as they should. As they should. It's time for us to make some noise. See, Brian, I want to shout out Brian from the Las Vegas Dolphin Club. Brian, if you're ever watching, we'd definitely like to have you back on and have you talking, bro. And definitely, brother, I get it. After this weekend, I get it. And when I was in Gillette Stadium, I got it. So I get your energy. I get that, brother. And we love having you on here, man. And if you hear this, you definitely welcome on here. Because I've been thinking about this since the time we had him on and he went off and all that. And I just want to let everybody know there's nothing personal with any of our Fins fam, for the exception of a couple situations that we're not going to get into. But what I will say is we are all Fins family, and we will all agree or disagree in good, bad, and indifferent. But, brother, definitely, I'm looking forward to meeting you when you come to Philly. And that's a definite. That's a promise. So I get it now. Like, now, nobody can tell me shit. Seriously. Nobody can. You can say whatever. You can say the sky's falling right now. I'll be like, okay. You know what I mean?
Well, I want to bring some things up. First of all, Xavier Howard ripped Sean Payton for not sitting Russell Wilson in the game yesterday.
Yeah.
The team suffered an embarrassing 70-20 loss at the hands of the Miami Dolphins and dropped to 0-3. The team kept quarterback Russell Wilson on the field the entire game, despite a lopsided score. Miami Dolphins cornerback Xavier Howard had some criticism for the decision by his opponents. That was totally disrespectful, Howard said, per Adam H. Beasley of Pro Football Network. That man did a lot for this game. They've got to do better on that side. You can't be leaving guys like that out there.
It's true. I agree. I definitely agree with as Howard when it comes down to that, because it seems like he was like trying to punish him. Like, listen, you gonna get this. You gonna stay out there, and we're gonna end it with you. He should have took him out the game. That was
Well,
it.
you know
That's
that
what I think. I think there's something going on
it
in the
is.
Denver
It
Broncos
is.
camp. It's something in the camp. They don't. First of all, they don't like Russell. It's something going on. He kept Russell out there. Any professional NFL team, when you getting blown out the waters, you would just say, you know what? I'm gonna take this quarterback out. The same time Tua came out, is look, take him out, put in your backup. But to keep him out there just didn't make no sense.
What it come down to, Paris, is this. This is what it come down to. When you give a person, it doesn't matter who it is, you give them that type amount of money, there's a certain amount of responsibility for you to be out on that field.
Yeah, true,
And what
true.
people got to understand is this. I understand where X is coming from, but honestly, you sit there and think about it is this. Losing 70-20 is not Russell Wilson's fault. Now, don't get me wrong. We sat there and played a hellified defense. We see that bend but don't break defense worked for us. We actually only had 13 points scored on us on their offense. That was it. Like Paul said, 13 points. We did things that they just couldn't get off, and we played a really good defensive game, and that's what it comes down to. But to sit there and have them out there, bruh, it comes with the territory. That defense had to sit there and be the fuck out there for 60 minutes. So guess what? You really blame Vance Joseph, and you blame that defense for giving up all those points. That's what you give. That's when you sit there. The defensive line coach, the defensive coordinators, all that whole staff needs to eat crow this week for giving up 70 points. So at the end of the day, yeah, Russell, hey, listen, you know it's something going on between Sean Payton. There's something going on between Sean Payton and Russell Wilson since this whole thing been going on. So it's something going on within their camp. And I'll be honest with you, I listened to a little bit of their podcast. Man, I'm happy that I'm on the winning end of this. Because I can imagine if the roles were reversed and we were the ones that got blown out 70-13, they would have been like, fire everybody, nobody play next week, just take the week off. I can imagine all of the insults and the shit that would be said all through like the internet world and the fan base world. So go ahead, Paul.
Okay, real quick, I got to talk about this because this is special and meaningful. Now you see the jersey hanging in the locker there.
Yeah,
right?
I love it.
Okay, let me find where I got it. Okay, before today's game, we pause to remember and honor Deputy Ryan Clinken Broomer, a lifelong Dolphins fan and member of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, who was tragically killed in the line of duty earlier this month. He was ambushed and killed September 16th while in his patrol car. And it goes to say that our thoughts and prayers are with his family, friends, and community. Because he was a lifelong Dolphins fan, they hung this jersey with his name and the number 1 on it in the locker room before the game. And you know what? They gave him an awesome defeat over the Denvers.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Our prayers go out to his family and friends and the community, because that's something like that is just totally uncalled for and ridiculous. It's sad what the world has come to these days.
Amen on that, brother. You ain't never lied.
Oh my goodness.
Never lied.
If you do, I'm gonna have them by the next home game.
So at this time, let's just take Miami Dolphin community, friends and family. Let's just take a 20-minute second in the honor of him. The moment of silence.
Sorry, baby, you can't have me.
Oh, wow. Unfortunate, man. So just
Very much so.
horrible, man. Just horrible. And like Paul said, Miami Dolphins took it to the heavens, scoring 70 points. Watching down on us on the football game, he's smiling with the foot. He in football heaven smiling. So that's a beautiful
Yeah,
thing.
yes, he is. Yes, he is.
He is. Yeah.
Now I'm going to read an article, not to change the subject or anything, but we got to move on. I hate seeing stuff like that, and it kills me. But I'm going to read an article on A-Chain. Dolphins rookie running back Devon A-Chain doesn't look at the scoreboard much. Miami's 70-20 win over the Broncos was different. Charging a 35-13 first-half lead over the Broncos on Sunday, A-Chain scored the first 2 touchdowns of his NFL career. History continued in the fourth quarter as A-Chain kicked off the action with his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon, a 10-yard catch to set the scoreboard at 56-13, which would break the franchise single-game scoring record of 55 points set in 1977 at St. Louis. After Robbie Chosen grabbed a 63-yard TD pass from quarterback to Mike White, A-Chain headed for green grass again on a 67-yard breakaway rush to hang a 50-point deficit on Denver.
Wow.
A-Chain, only 21, ended up with 4 touchdowns, 203 yards rushing, both rookie team records. He estimated he had over 100 messages awaiting for him from his text inbox to Instagram DMs, but senders shouldn't bank on a response, at least not soon. That's a lot of stuff. I ain't just going to jump through all that.
Wow.
And then it goes on to help put the Dolphins up 14-0 in the first quarter. The former Texas A&M standout flexed his speed and ability to run through tackles with a 26-yard burst to Denver's 35-yard line. Quarterback Tua chunked yards away downfield with short passes to Raheem Mostert, Tyreek Hill to set up Miami in the red zone for A-Chain's 8-yard scoring carry. He accounted for 40 of 81 total yards on the career-shifting first quarter drive. A-Chain showed off more of his diverse skill, set to score again in the second quarter. What would have been a 23-yard touchdown rush was nullified by an offensive holding penalty on center Connor Williams. A-Chain proceeded to put Miami inside the Denver 20 with a first down gain and a 5-yard run to bring up 2nd and 4. When Tua would find the first-year player for a short no-look pass up the middle and a 21-7 advantage. Safety Javon Holland, a 2021 second-round draft pick, has a love for seeing youngsters like himself living up to high expectations early. He got a lot of hype coming in here, said he was running like 27 miles an hour, and he might have hit that on the long run, Holland said. Miami Dolphins and Tua offense up there with Brady, Mahomes, Manning, and Rodgers. Wide receiver Braxton Berrios said A-Chain has been doing it since he first touched down in Miami to impress new tenured teammates at spring camp. It's awesome, Berrios said. Miami's first half dominance was sparked by a 54-yard scoring catch and run for Hill and ended with a back-to-back rushing touchdowns of 20 and 3 yards from Mostert. The latter longtime NFL veteran, a former San Francisco 49er, added another pair of touchdowns in the third quarter on a 1-yard punch into the end zone and a 19-yard catch with seconds on the clock. Between A-Chain and Mostert, Miami's running back room accounted for 8 touchdowns. 8 between 2 guys. Rookie makes quick return on Miami investment. A-Chain signed a 4-year, $5,437,000 contract with the Dolphins on June 2nd, including a $954,000 signing bonus, $954,000 guaranteed. A-Chain is making an average annual salary of $1.359 million for the 2023 season. A-Chain's base salary comes to $750,000 and carries a cap hit of only $988,000. After taking the bench with a shoulder injury in the preseason against Atlanta, Mostert made 1 carry for 5 yards and a catch for 4 in his Week 2 league debut at New England, in advance of Sunday's home opener against the Broncos. It's supposed to be A-Chain, I believe, not Mostert. They're talking about. Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel trusted A-Chain to go in the number 3 spot behind number 2 Salvin Ahmed as finger and rib injuries ruled out Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson, who? Who's Jeff Wilson? Miami's record-breaking Week 3 win saw A-Chain lead the offense's rushing efforts with 4 catches for 30 yards in the air and 203 yards on 18 touches, averaging 11.3 yards per carry on the ground. Where did A-Chain come from? The Missouri City, Texas native, hails from the Jimbo Fisher era at Texas A&M, where he was on the roster for not only the football team, but the university's track and field program. I'm done reading. There's more, but it goes on from where he came from and things he did there, which we've talked about before. But 8 touchdowns between 2 people.
4 and 4. Yep.
8 touchdowns in a single game between 2 people.
A thing of beauty, man. Beautiful, brother. It shows that.
Running back.
Listen, think about this, gentlemen, and this is something that neither one of you guys picked up. Think about our Miami Dolphin fight song. Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air. We're on the ground. We're always in control. And when we say Miami, we're talking Super Bowl. That game showed us yesterday was clearly the whole fight song. If you really put it in perspective, I sat here and just was like, we put up over 350 yards on the ground and 300 yards in the air. If you can't sit there and tell me that is not true testament Miami Dolphins in a whole universal sense, what we're talking about here.
I'll be right back. I got to get something to drink. Mr. Polk, welcome, Mr. Polk. I'll be right back. I get something to drink. As I told Winners this morning, I said, my throat don't hurt. My mouth hurts. I've been talking so much and yelling and screaming. My mouth hurts.
Well, there's plenty of reason for that.
Yes, sir, Mr. Polk. Yes, sir.
Reason for that. Papa Paul, Dolphin Winners, Paris Love. Man, it's good to see my brothers up in here.
Dolphin Nation 305 in the house. It's love, man. It's good to have you on, Mr. Paul.
That game was amazing. It was amazing. The offense, you had the running game, you had the passing game, you had Mustard, a chain, and then Chris Brooks threw in his 66 yards. So it's gonna sound a little crazy. I'm not really concerned about Jonathan Taylor. I mean, if we able to get him, so be it. But right now, I'm satisfied with our running back roster.
Hey guys.
It's crazy. It's crazy, Mr. Paul. It's crazy. There's still a possibility that can still happen.
Yeah, because I was thinking about this just a little while ago. Because we're playing so good, it's going to be a little more attractive to Jonathan Taylor to want to be on the winning team.
It's attractive to any fucking football player right now.
Exactly.
Everybody's seen what we just did Sunday, and everybody probably inside, they might be talking shit on the outside, but probably when they're in their room or in their bathroom or somewhere alone where they got a chance to think, there's nobody around them, they probably said, damn, look at the Miami Dolphins.
Yes. That's for real.
That's for real, because I've never
There's-
seen nothing like that. I've never seen nothing like that.
Listen, that can goes both ways concerning Jonathan Taylor. Miami got they look like the greatest team on earth. Y'all remember that football team. But with Jonathan Taylor, that means the coach gonna say, you know what? We can make a deal. We want some more of these players they got you. It can go that way.
But at the same time, that we are not going to give up anybody that has the speed and the agility that we have.
Thank you. We good. We good.
You know what? The Colts could, at this point in time, with the skills we have, the Colts can ask for anything they want. But Miami's going to say, no, you're going to give us stuff to take him.
There you go. There you go.
That's it. That's it.
Go.
We don't need them to be real with you, but it would be awesome to get them. I mean, that's more speed on the team. We got a whole track team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now you remember Mark Duper and Mark Clayton was track stars.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember Mark Duper said these words. He told Dan Marino, all I need you to do just throw the ball. And we're going to run after that and get the ball.
There you go.
And that's what in this, we just don't got Mark Duper and Mark Clayton. We got a whole bunch of track stars.
Mm-hmm.
Miami should be happy, man. I mean, it's about darn time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then with the new offensive coordinator coach, look how good our offensive line was playing without Armstead. We're passing and blocking.
I got someone who's not happy, and if you didn't see it, winners, you weren't looking. Pete's take was at Stephen D's.
I didn't get a chance to listen to it because I was on the phone with Brother Russell from Mass. And
No,
I was
he
talking
wasn't
to him.
on. He was leaving comments.
No, he actually came on. He actually came on, and I didn't get a chance to. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to hear what he said.
I didn't see that, but in the comments, he was still leaving things about Miami sucks and this and that. And remember, last year they were 3-0, and they barely came out with anything.
Yeah,
you know, that boy is just because he's not a Dolphin fan, plain and simple.
Okay. It is what it is, bro. Yeah. I'm not worried about that.
And all he's doing is trolling.
Trolling, that's it. He just said the keyword trolling. That's all he's doing. Stirring up the pot.
You know, but it's funny because that's the first time I've seen him since we beat San Diego or LA, the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
He was still stuck.
Yeah, he went into the for a little bit.
What's up, Big Philly? I got it right this time, Big Philly.
Ha ha.
What's up, Big Philly?
You there? Or you on?
You on mute, Big Philly?
Doesn't show him on mute. Oh, we'll see. He'll come in.
Yeah.
I mean, you still he's still talking. You know this. You know what? Miami Dolphins been hated for a mighty long time. I guess that because we won the 1972. I mean, all the way through. Mm-hmm. We're gonna win. If we win the Super Bowl, they still gonna talk about us. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I just want to see Miami Dolphins win the Super Bowl before God called me home. I got to see my team.
Philly Pathany, how you doing?
Hey, good to see you, Big Philly.
No, that's not Big Philly. That's Philly.
That
was Philly something. I couldn't see it because
sounded like he said, "Oops." Don't ask me.
I hope it was not a New York Jet fan, but welcome to
Dolphin Thursday is out there watching. You know, the link's out there. I'll post it again if you want to join in with us Thursday.
Yeah, come on up, Dolphin Thursday.
Yeah, come on.
That's another good
yes, he is.
Platform here.
Rob,
very nice.
Yes. There's Big Philly again. You there now, Big Philly?
Yeah, bro. This is StreamYard. This is why I don't like StreamYard anymore. My God, StreamYard's so difficult sometimes.
I think it's a piece of cake easy, really.
It
Thank you,
can be, but
and I got it right. It's Big Philly, not Big Billy.
yeah, big Papa, big whatever. It's crazy.
How you doing today?
Good, man. I'm playing a little Madden right now, so I'm enjoying. I took some time off from work, so I'm on vacation.
You're playing Madden, so are you 70-20 on Denver right now? Then
No. I'm playing. I'm playing somebody. I'm playing Baltimore right now. 0-0. I just threw a pick in the end zone, so it is what it is. That hurt. That pick hurt. I should have just threw the ball away.
yeah, they always do.
Yep. How y'all doing today? So I didn't see the whole thing with Pete. That's funny.
Yeah, I didn't see the talk, but I saw the comments he was putting.
That dude,
and it was just like
he's mad. It's all right.
He's just trolling. He does not like the Dolphins at all.
No, he's a Ravens fan.
I've heard he's a
Falcons. Sorry.
Yeah, he's a Falcons fan.
He's a Falcons fan. He's a Falcons fan. So he's just trolling.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
I told him, bro. I gave him the application for the bandwagons, but he didn't want to take the application.
Well, I mean, it's like it was so funny because we hadn't seen a hide nor hair of him since we beat the Chargers.
That's for real.
And then today he's on, and it's like, yeah, he's just trying to make people upset or something. He's trolling. I'm laughing at him.
Yeah, stirring up fire.
It is what it is, But we got to move on now. We got Buffalo this week, so it's going to be a fun.
We ain't moving on until after our show on Wednesday night.
Oh my God! Wednesday?
We're waiting. Yeah, we're enjoying this right now. We're enjoying
Wednesday, bro.
Yeah.
I want to see that dub against Buffalo like that. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I'm with you, Big Philly. I'm 100% with you, brother.
I'm with you, but my score prediction is 36-30 Fins up.
That's fair. That's a fair one. I like that.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'm with you on that too. Yeah, that's fair.
That's a fair assessment.
It's definitely going to be a tight game, that's for sure. But I do see us winning that game.
Yeah.
Tight.
Miami Dolphins beat the Buffalo Bills. You think that ESPN and all these sports networks talking right now? Oh, they're going to be talking. But if we beat them, my prediction, the same as Paul's prediction, But if we somehow, think about it, fellas, if we beat them, say I might sound crazy on this point here, 42-10, the sky's the limit.
Dude, if we do that, Paris, I'm gonna tell you this.
Think about that for a minute. Just put that in.
If we literally could go into Buffalo and beat Buffalo convincingly.
Oh.
Yeah.
It can happen.
I know it can.
No, it can happen because look at Coach McDaniels and Fangio. With each team we playing, they're not using the same scheme to play each team, so they're changing it up. And then when we do start playing, they make adjustments. So it's not like we're using the same scheme over and over again where a team can be prepared. It's going to be hard to prepare for our Miami Dolphins with Coach McDaniels and Fangio. So
I said, I Mr. Paul, I clearly said earlier in preseason, you're going to have a head coach on defense and you're going to have a head coach on offense.
Exactly.
And this is exactly what we're seeing right now. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you this. What's scary is we still haven't shown the league anything yet.
There you go. We just scratching the surface right now.
Not only that, when you look at Coach Mike Daniel, how that he took against Denver, he used the set. Paul was saying, our Dolphin winners, he used the same plays and flip it in another direction. Oh my God, the sky is the limit for the Miami Dolphins. You don't know how the Dolphins going to hit you, how the Dolphins preparing. You don't know what's going to happen. So I guarantee you, Buffalo is sitting up there. The coach is like, you know what? They looking at game film. They looking at this. They like, man, Dolphins can hit us like this, hit us like this. They don't know where the Dolphins going to hit them. This is so awesome and magnificent for the Miami Dolphins because it is scary for other teams, and they watching us right now.
Yep.
And don't look at the injuries because we played this game without Waddle. Who else was out?
Ramsey.
Exactly, Ramsey, and maybe some other players.
When is he coming back?
I wouldn't be surprised, Paris. I wouldn't be surprised he might make it back for the Philly game. You never know.
That's true.
Well, my prediction is for the Germany game.
Over the
I'm with that.
Okay. Nobody ain't talking about the Buffalo game? You and Dan, it's too early. You don't think he'll make it back for the Buffalo game?
That would be astronomical. Like I said, I think I said last week that the only person I've seen that came back from an ACL injury that was superhuman was Terrell Owens. When the Eagles were going towards the Super Bowl and they sat there and played the Super Bowl against New England, and it was that the 05 Super Bowl. It happened in 05. And I'll never forget seeing a man tear his shit up. Within 6 weeks, he came back and had the most receptions and most yards amongst all the wide receivers.
I remember that
he
game.
He wasn't even 60%, 70%. So
that game, yes, he did.
And then
played again.
Also, look at we just got Brandon Jones back, and he played a little bit in the second half.
Yeah, he did.
He looked like he was starting to get back in form. So yeah, exactly. So, like I said, even though we may have injuries along the way, the good thing is that with Banjo and Coach McDaniels, they're how you say plugging and playing the play. And I mean, what can you say?
Can't say nothing but greatness.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Greatness.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Them Dolphins. Oh man. I just feel good when I drive down here in Homestead and just to see the Miami Dolphin fans in different communities. I mean, having parties from yesterday until now, this morning breakfast parties, and they also shocked, like they still can't believe it. And after that particular game, I began to jump in my truck. I drove down to the die-hard Miami Dolphin community. Everybody in the street like it's some kind of Goon Bay or some kind of Super Bowl party. I mean, this is a good time, a special time for every Miami Dolphin fan. We all need to be smiling and just rejoicing because it's been some years to actually see our team gelling together. I know Dolphin Winters. He used to say that, sometimes we have to just slow our roll and we got to, we look good on paper. Let's see, like he said with Mike McDaniel, the second year, we're going to see what time it is. But right now, we all see something that's what incredible. I mean, yesterday just was a stepping stone. From 70 points to 20. Hey, it's going to be special the few games coming up. And I'm definitely looking at that game, the Miami Dolphins going up against Kansas City. I'm looking at that game.
what's up, Big Philly?
So, two things can happen, right, after this game. So, one thing is, and this is why I say let's move on, because granted, we're the fan base, so it's different. So the team, with the team specifically, I don't want the team to get stuck in that moment. You see what I'm saying? Because that's typically what happens. You feel me? You do something great and you get stuck and you live in that moment and you don't move on from that moment and build on that moment. You see what I'm saying? So we're playing Buffalo next week. I'm pretty sure Mike McDaniel's he's okay, cool. We did 70. Let's move on. Let's enjoy it for tonight.
Yeah.
They're probably already back in the building reviewing film.
Yeah.
That's McDaniel. We're talking about us, though.
Yeah, no, I get you. But what I'm saying is, as for a team's perspective, what I'm worried about is
them coming out and getting stuck in that moment. And
No, Mike McDaniel's already got them moving on, and he's been using Coach Shula's philosophy of one game at a time.
Mm-hmm.
He goes from game to game, week to week, day to day, and all that, and he concentrates on the next game. Okay, we won yesterday. Now we got to get on to the next game.
And Paris, were you out there yesterday?
Man, I wanted to.
You're not out there yet?
Big Philly, don't say it, man. Don't say it. I'm hurting, man. I'm hurting. Listen.
No, but I know you had your health stuff in July, so I wasn't sure if you were ready to come back yet, or are you still on?
I will be back
on that PUP list. You still on the PUP?
I'll be back. Paul know when I'm coming back. But,
okay.
For the Giants game.
But
I'm selling those tickets.
Big Philly, man. I'm so devastated. I was telling Paul.
Why? Ain't no reason to be devastated.
Yeah, I am. Because look at Big Philly. I am. I missed the Miami Miracle, and I missed this game. I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
Look, man. Look, what I can tell you. Well, every fan is different, right?
Yeah.
Fan experience is different. But I ain't gonna lie, when you're sitting there on that whooping that we gave, bro, I was sitting there watching Red Zone. I was on my phone watching Red. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was like, oh, we're up and we scored again. All right, back to Red Zone. So I have my tickets, I have my prize picks. We scored again. Back to Red Zone. So it's like it's cool because you do sit through history. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, it wasn't a competitive game at that point. Yeah. So it's kind of like you lose interest to an extent because, like, okay, we scored again. Cool. All right.
I never lost interest. I'm sorry. I never lost interest. I enjoyed
everybody's different. Everybody's different.
Yeah. But I want to give a shout out to MCJB and Kane's Dolphin 89.
That's Kane.
Dan Burke. Dan Burke. Dan Burke was so out of it. He was still drunk when he got to the game on Sunday. Let's put it that way. We love Dan.
That's the way to go out. You know what I'm saying? That's the way to go in and go out.
That's my man.
We love you, Dan. It was wonderful.
That Dan Burke, that's my brother from another mother. Man, I miss him. You know, me and him always on that little dance floor doing our thing, man. But that game there, it was one of those games that you wanted to go get some something to eat, some food and whatever. And next thing you know, somebody scoring, you running right back into the game like they score again. So I never lost. I see what you're saying, Big Philly. Boy,
I left in the fourth quarter.
Lost my interest.
I left in the beginning of the fourth quarter when they pulled the starters, right?
Yeah.
And I'm walking to the truck, and I'm parked in yellow by Turnpike. So I'm walking to the truck, and I hear the fans screaming, and then I hear the Dolphins theme song, and I'm like, did we just score again? And then now I'm getting to the bridge to go over 199. And I hear the theme song again. And I'm like, did we just score 70? And my wife's like, we scored 70. And I'm like, wait, with the backups? And I'm like, oh my. I said, yo, Chosen Cook Sertan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, man. By the time we got out of there, I was like, I felt good because you witnessed it, right?
Yeah.
Like scoring. But you know, at that point, I was like, all right, cool, we won. Let's eat some wings real quick and let's ride out. We got Buffalo next week. That's what I was thinking about. All I care about is Buffalo. I just want to be Buffalo.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to be Buffalo.
We beat Buffalo and Buffalo. And I'm being honest. I say when we beat Buffalo and Buffalo.
What's up, MC? I like that.
When we beat Buffalo and Buffalo, it's going to be, we're going to sweep the AFC East the rest of the year. You know, that's no big.
I believe that. I believe that there. I said it. I said it.
Dan Burke, section 343 was lit. I started the wave in the fourth, and it went around the whole stadium. It not only went around the whole stadium, it went around the whole stadium about 8 times.
Yeah, it went a couple times. They started at 145. I was at 154.
Wow.
And yeah, it went around. It took a while for them to get it going because when it gets to that Club 72 section, nobody was paying attention.
But when it got going, it went around about 8 times.
I'll tell you what, I was telling my wife, I was like, yo, it's crazy as the wave approaches you. Like when you watch a wave approach you, especially when everybody's engaged in the wave.
It's beautiful.
It's a crazy sight, bro. It's like you're like in the middle of the beach somewhere. And it's just people instead of water. It's crazy. Yeah. It was a cool moment. It was a cool moment. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was talking to my wife about it, and I told my wife the same thing. I was like, if we beat Buffalo next week in Buffalo, I said I told her I was like, look, there's a really good chance Miami goes undefeated.
Oh yeah, I agree with that, bro. I agree.
I like you, Big Philly.
There's a good. I'm not saying 100% because it is any given Sunday,
true.
And we got a couple of trap games coming up, but it's a good chance.
It's a very good chance.
But I will. I got to say something. For our home opener, I was a little disappointed.
Why?
How do you feel now?
No, I was disappointed because first of all, the stands weren't packed. Second of all last year you couldn't find a place to park in Orange Park, and at least on the east side. And there were so many empty parking spots in the home opener.
Well, I'll tell you why.
You know what? Oh, go ahead, my bad.
I'm gonna tell you why. A couple of reasons. One, orange parking is not available to season ticket holders right now.
No.
Okay.
No.
So what's happening is that a lot of these vendors are buying up tickets.
Yeah.
And for resale. And so people like myself, don't get me wrong, I sell tickets too, but I sell my own tickets. I don't buy extra to sell. You see what I'm saying? So the games I don't attend are the games that I'm selling. It's usually only 3 games a year, right? And it's normally the division games because at this point I've seen them so many times. I go to see certain players. But nonetheless, orange parking right now is anywhere from $150 to $250 depending on the game. To park.
And I understand that, but last year was the same way though. You still couldn't get an orange parking pass if you're a season ticket holder and stuff. I know people that's been on the orange parking pass waiting list for over 6 years.
I'm sitting on there good right now. I'm mad.
And the thing was, it was empty yesterday, really. I have yellow parking pass. I'm upset, not because I can't get orange, but I have ADA seating, and I can't get an ADA parking up by this stadium.
You talking about the handicap?
Yeah.
But I thought that with the handicap sticker, they just let you in and you park.
No. You gotta have.
I've done it.
Wow.
When I used to take my pops, because my pops was wheelchair. He was in a wheelchair. I used to show up the parking pass with the sticker. They match his license and they let me in.
Well, I'll have to see then. I'll talk to my rep or something. They can't refuse
you. That's the only place for you to park.
Yeah.
There's no yellow handicap.
Yeah, there is.
So how they get you out of the bus?
No, they have golf carts that can pick you up and bring you back and forth.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, if you ever ride those buses, hold on tight.
No, they have golf carts. I rode that
bus once. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that was the funnest experience I ever did, right on that bus to Yellow. But boy, that driver, he didn't care. He was
Big Philly. Big Philly. Big Philly, you park over there by the the parkway, the toll road.
I park. So I don't park on Turnpike. So when I come off a Turnpike, I go straight to 199. At the light, I make a right and I make that first left, which is yellow. I like parking there because I have a spot in the back where I have unlimited room, so I can set my tailgate up, and I don't have to worry about a truck parking next to me because I'm on the last row.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
was just because I park in yellow by the turnpike.
my friend
and
told
they
me to
have
park
handy
there,
and they have handicap parking there.
but that's probably why they offer the shuttle service because of the handicap.
So, but I was told I can't park up by the stadium.
But back then, Paul, last year, I knew fans that had the same parking. They used to park right by the stadium. And we also used to have, before I go, because I have to go in a minute, but we used to have, remember Big Philly? We used to have blue parking. So we used to
where
go,
yellow is now.
yeah, but now
I mean
that
orange.
now it's yellow and orange because
Yeah.
if you couldn't get the what you call it, the orange parking pass, you can really find yourself a cheaper blue parking pass, and you can get into the stadium just like that back then. But right now, it's so difficult and hard right now. It's like they're making it strict to the point. But I can't be long. I have to go take care of some business. I love y'all. Got Big Philly. Good seeing you, my brother. I'm gonna see you at the Giants game. So let's go. Talk to y'all later. Fins up.
Paris,
All right, Paris.
tell
Take care.
Gardenia we said hi, Paris.
Yeah.
Baby, look.
Fins up, Paris.
Paul say what's up.
Tell that say hello too.
You heard of Paul?
Hi,
He said, how
hi,
you doing?
Gardenia. Love you, Gardenia.
She said to send her $1 million, Papa Paul.
I haven't won the lottery yet.
Love y'all.
All right, Paris.
I'm gonna head out too, guys. I got things to do around the way and everything. Thanks for you guys to come on our platform. We appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Not a problem. Yeah, I'm gonna head out too. I got some.
Wait, hold on, Big Philly. I got one question for you, dog.
What happened, MC?
What do you mean by you lost interest?
Bruh, when you get that, bro, when you spanking that booty like that and the backups are in,
that booty gotta keep on going.
No, I got
oh my goodness.
Come on.
Again, bro. You know, so look, look, the only,
come on.
hey, there's only two.
Oh, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping.
Again, bro, I want games to watch players. It's different. I have a different fandom than you guys do.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it like that. You got
I was watching I was watching Red Zone because I had money on Derrick Henry hitting that end zone, and Derrick Henry didn't hit the end zone, bro. I was mad.
All right, my boy.
So I had to watch my ticket. That's money.
Yo, guys, y'all have a good day. Papa Paul, I'll let you later. Peace,
All right,
love,
brother. I'll talk to you
All right,
later.
everybody take care
Y'all
now.
have a good day, dog.
You too. It's been
Really,
an exhausting day.
Oh, was I supposed? Oh shit.
Huh?
Still.
Just you and me right now, MCJB. I think
you want to keep it on going, or
we can keep it on going if you want.
I'm down. I'm down for it. What's your I hate to go into next Sunday, but I'm ready, man. I'm ready to see.
Oh, I've already said my score for next Sunday is 36-30 fins up.
I got 38-21.
Dan Burke, where did he say? He said 28-21.
That's too close. Finstones, that's too close.
You know what though? It's going to be a close game. It's in Buffalo. First of all, it's in Buffalo.
Yeah,
and Buffalo is always a fight because they're a division rival.
Right.
So it's going to be a fight. But right now I'm enjoying this week. I am enjoying every.
I hear you. This was.
And I agree with you. How could you lose interest?
Right, Big Philly, come on, man. I enjoyed every minute of it.
I yelled so much. I talked so much. I talked to people around me so much. I talked to people on the phone on the drive home. 5-hour drive home. I talked so much. I've been talking all day today. This is my third show today with somebody or something. Talking to people on the phone today as well. My mouth hurts. It's not my throat. My mouth hurts.
My whole frown hurts. I can't stop smiling.
Oh, I know.
I
know.
This is
yes.
history. The Dolphins have never it hasn't been this much of a deficit, and I don't know how long.
It's the most points scored in. I'll read it right here. I got it right here.
I don't think in my life that I've seen the Dolphins play, it's been that great of a large of a deficit, like a score. I've never seen that before.
The Dolphins set a franchise record for scoring and finished 2 points shy of the NFL's regular season record, set in 1966 when Washington scored 72 points against the Giants. They are the fourth team in NFL history to score at least 70 points in a regular season or playoff game.
That makes me want to cry right there. We just witnessed history.
I mean,
and it was 2 records too, wasn't it? Was like a rushing record.
Well, there was like 13 records. We set a franchise record of 355 yards.
Yep.
355 yards franchise record. And I think the rookie record too for rushing with 203 yards from Devon Achane, which I talked about for months. I talked about him from when the time we started, when we drafted him. Mm-hmm. If you've been watching me, I've talked about, and today,
I saw your shirt.
This week is the shirt.
The same shirt I saw at training camp, right?
Yes, sir. And I am going to make sure that Devon Achane gets one.
Got to. He's a fucking baller. Go ahead.
No, you can talk in anytime you want. It's like I said, my jaw hurts. I am so excited. I'm going to end up with lockjaw because it hurts so bad. It's crazy.
I love this. I'm excited. I'm very excited for what's to come. That was just a taste. I feel like I think we just got a little taste, and I think a whole bunch of mouthful of food is coming our way. We just don't even know it yet.
Oh yeah.
Here's what I think. Also, you remember 2 years ago when Buffalo came, or was it? Yeah, 2 years ago. Buffalo came to our house, and we didn't score a touchdown. It was, what was it, like 40, I think it was like 42, 44, nothing. I think we're coming back, and it ain't going to be that bad, but I feel like it's going to be like not close, but not far. Like, I think we're coming for vengeance.
It's like you said, it was either
playoff. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Mike McDaniel it was either 17 or 18 plays, but he used those same 17 or 18 plays in different scenarios, flip-flopping the sides and everything, how they were run. And the defense held them to 13 points.
Yep.
That other 7 points was on special teams.
That was on special teams, right. And I think wasn't the other touchdown on the second strings and third strings?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Oh, was it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
It was the first strings, okay.
Yeah. It's crazy. The special teams was on third string and fourth string, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're absolutely right. You're right. I'm in shock. Like, I can't believe what we witnessed yesterday. I'm starstruck. I'm sorry, I keep repeating myself.
No, don't worry. Don't be sorry about nothing. We had the right to be like that. We had the right to be like that. It was totally crazy, insane, unbelievable. And I mean, every touchdown, you just got more excited.
Every time. Oh, yeah.
More excited. And I mean, we ourselves just could not believe it.
And I'm shocked. Oh, I got to tell you something. Another thing to think about. So my buddy, I called him from Miami. His name is Irvin. I don't know if you know Irvin. He's always on the Spider-Man.
I think so.
He told me when he was leaving for work, he saw Dolphin people all over the sidewalk, not in the streets, but he saw more Dolphin fans like walking with Dolphin colors. And he's like, what is going on? I must be missing something. Pulls up the phone. It was like 40 to I think it was 42 to 13 at the time. No, it was just, we already blew him out. But he was like, people were on the sidewalk. People were trying to not get on the street, but like just celebrating. And he was like, I haven't seen this in my life. What is going on? So that's another thing to think about too.
I don't think any of us have seen it in our lifetime.
Nope.
Except for the ones that were there back in '66 and stuff.
Yep.
And not by the Dolphins. The Dolphins' record was 55 points.
That's crazy.
55 points was the Dolphins' record in a single game.
Well, we blew that up yesterday.
I mean, we blew it out by 15 points.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I am so happy.
I mean, yesterday alone, A-Chain averaged 11.3 yards a carry.
What did Raheem do? Or
I got it right here.
and another one. How many yards did we get per carry? It's got to be at least 10.
I got to find that. I don't have that right here. I got to find the game stats and stuff.
If is it uploaded yet? I know it's probably probably is, but man, where's my sombrero? There it is. Gotta rep it.
Yeah, see, right now I can't find it. I'm not. Give me a few minutes, I'll find it. But right now, we average 43.3 points per game right now.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
We've had 82 first downs.
Yesterday, or is this the whole?
No, this is total for the year. This is all total for the year.
Gotcha.
23 rushing first downs, 54 passing first downs, and 5 first downs by penalty.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Our third down efficiency is 13 for 28. Mm-hmm. Third down percentage is 46%. Fourth down efficiency is 2 for 4. So we're 50% there. Completion attempts, 74%. Completion attempts.
I love
1,086 net passing yards.
I love that.
10.6 yards per passing attempt. 362 yards per game average, which right now that puts Tua at an average of over 5,800 yards for the year if he keeps it up. 9 passing touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, only 1 sack for a loss of 5 yards.
And that was last week.
I think so. 93 rushing attempts for a total of 585 yards, and it was 355 of them were yesterday alone. We're having 6.1 yards per attempt, which I'll take every time. Because you rush 2 times, you're getting, first down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy. Total yards per game average is 552 yards average per game right now for total yardage.
That's unbelievable. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
I mean, our penalties are a little bit up there. I'd like to see them drop down some.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as last year, I can tell you that much.
Last year was horrible.
We have 18 for 139 yards, and the opponent's average is 18 for 161 yards.
Oh my God.
So, or the opponents against us had 18 for 100. So I'd like to see us be a little bit less on the penalty total yards and everything. where our opponents had 53 yards of penalties, 53 and a half yards of penalties, and we've had 46. I'd like to see that drop some.
Mm-hmm.
Possession time, 30.19. Opponents, 29.40. I would like to see ours go up some more. More time of possession.
Oh, yeah. I completely agree.
So,
yeah, I am. This is gonna be a fun season. I have a great feeling.
oh yeah,
I have a great. It's gonna be a good season. I can't wait to see. I think next game, the fans is gonna be like more packed than this week. I'm surprised you said it was not that packed, or there's some seats empty.
Well,
but
there was a lot of seats empty, really, but I would have.
Go ahead, sorry.
Being a home opener, I would have thought it would have been sold out, slap full.
Yeah, because last year it was at least close to sold out. They were the more Patriots, but last year was definitely sold out.
And I think some of it's because people are looking at it like, well, it's Denver's. We're not going to lose to them. You never know. I am a true believer in any given Sunday. I mean, look what the Cardinals did to Dallas yesterday.
Yeah, they beat them by like what? Was it 8 points, 22-13 or something like that? Or
it doesn't matter. They beat them.
Right.
They were considered to be one of the worst teams of the league this year.
And Dallas is considered one of the best, apparently.
Yes. So and I'm a true believer in any given Sunday that the worst team can beat the best team.
Oh yeah, it's the NFL. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually gonna call it quits.
Okay.
I've been on this show alone for almost 2 hours. I've been going all morning with things.
Are you gonna be on any more tonight, maybe, or
maybe on some other shows or something? Maybe later on tonight, or I'll probably be watching the football game. But we have our show Wednesday night.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
You're more than welcome to join in. I want to thank everybody for joining us and watching us, listening to us, participating. Later, Banana.
Papa Paul.
You have a wonderful day. Peace, love, and fins up, family.